Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the people in different parts of the world. Welcome to our case study interview. We have not done this kind of interview in a while. It's been a long time. We used to do that a lot, but I wanted to do this with one of our amazing client success story. So, as you know, if you're watching it live, put a hashtag live. If you're watching on replay, put a hashtag replay. So, as you know, my name is Sahil Sehgal, founder of Six Figure Accelerator. Today, I'm so privileged and excited to bring one of the craziest success story from our coaching program. Afreen Mansoor is here, and she's a funnel builder and CRO expert. She made $55,000 in last 6 months of after joining our coaching program. If you have any questions, drop down under this comments. I'm looking at the Facebook Live as well, or if you're watching it on YouTube or any other place. So I wanted to bring her on, share her story on how she made that kind of money and being in Pakistan. Basically, that's the biggest factor that she has a in her story. Like, it's not easy to make this kind of money, and she made it, being an inspiration for so many people, other people out there. I want to anyone who's watching this interview get inspired. That's the whole motive of this, to basically change the mindset sometimes. But what I've seen, being because we have a lot of clients from India, Pakistan, and other countries, people have this mindset that they can't make 5,000, 10,000, and more than that, and Afreen has proved it. So we're going to bring her on the stage. Welcome, Afreen. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for being
much,
here.
Sahil. Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really excited about this.
Same here. Your story is already inspiration, Afreen. I want to bring her on and inspire other people out there. So why don't you start with your name, your business, and what do you do?
Absolutely. So, hi everyone. My name is Afreen. I am in Pakistan. Yes, that's true. I'm a funnel builder and I'm a CRO expert. And basically, my story is very basic. It's not something very tragic or very vulnerable, but so basically I was a silver medalist in my university life. I was the top achiever. I was so competitive. I have to become the best version of myself like all my life. And this is I always have perfectionist issues, like I still do. And that actually, I don't know, helped me or what, but it helped me get the best GPA in the batch, which is why I was awarded the silver medalist. And basically I just followed a very traditional route of getting a job and then graduating and then getting a job and then climbing up the corporate ladder and so on. But then something happened and something did not work the way I thought it would. I left my first job and then I got another job and then I left that job again. So it's like in 1 year, in 1.5 years, I left like 5 to 6 jobs. My resume was a mess. I know that I would not get a job. And as someone who had the highest GPA in her batch, was struggling to get a job and stick to it, that's when I decided that, okay, I'm not going to keep continuing that route. I'm going to give myself 6 months to figure this freelancing thing out. And if in 6 months I'm not able to do it, then I'm going to go back to the corporate 9 to 5. So within 6 months, I was so passionate. I was so committed that, okay, I don't want to go back to 9 to 5. I'm going to make this work no matter what it takes. So that's how I landed in my freelancing journey. And this was back in 2019. So since 2019, I have been a full-time freelancer. And with Sahil, I joined Sahil's coaching program last August. But I was like, oh, I live in Pakistan. I already make like $2, $3, $4,000 a month. The conversion rate is really high. So I am living a very comfortable life in Pakistan. I don't desire to have like 10K or 20K months. Obviously, everybody wants that, but it's not something that I needed back then. So like 1 2 months when I was in the coaching program, Sahil, I was asking questions, but I was not taking action at all. And then one day Sahil just put me on hot seat. I still applaud him for doing that. I still appreciate that he did that to me. And basically he just embarrassed me in front of like 5 10 people. And I'm so glad that he did, because that actually pushed me to take action. And that was when I hit my first 10K month. And here I am sharing my story with you guys.
That's incredible, Afreen. Glad we did that hot seat. I call it as a hard love. Sometimes it's much needed. I also feel like that if there is someone on your shoulder, someone is taking care, like looking at what you are doing, that's the whole purpose of investing in a coach. As compared to investing in a course where you are going through the stuff by your own, but in coaching you are getting accountability and support. And at the same time, if it can bring transformation in someone's life, why not? To Why should not we share the hard love? And glad I did that, Afreen. I remember the moment when you hit your first 10K and you gave the credit to that hot seat. But I want to go back to that. What were the specific challenges or issues that you were facing before joining our coaching program? Because I know you have your journeys from like Fiverr, Upwork, and a lot of freelancers and service providers are stuck there. They're hardly making $1,000, 500,000, $2,000 maximum sometimes. So what were the challenges that you were facing before joining the working with us?
Yeah, so I was making around $4,000, $5,000 a month on average, and I was really happy with it because with Pakistan's conversion rate, it's like 1 million or 10 lakh rupees, which is obviously I don't have a family to support, I don't have kids, so it's like I was living a very 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 comfortable life. So I did not desire money, but there was a point in my life in 2022 last year when I saw that people living in Pakistan, people younger than me, were making 10K and 20K months. And I'm like, and they were living in Pakistan. It's not like they were living in US or Canada. They were living in Pakistan. And I'm like, okay, this is the world that maybe I am not exposed to, and I need to be in the same room as those people. So that's when I started to first focus on my skills, because I was a generic designer back then, charging $50 and $100, maximum $500 for like a project or so. But that's when I decided that, okay, I want to upskill myself so I can even, I'm able to charge higher ticket. So I landed into the funnel building journey. And I think after learning funnel building for like a month or so, I invested in Sahil's program. So I was basically stuck at 5K months. I'm not going to say that I was not happy, but definitely I wanted to grow more as an entrepreneur. So since 2019, my growth has been very like tortoise. It's been growing, but it's a slow progress. It's not like Sahil, which is like shooting up in like 1 year and then jumping. And it's not very crazy. But I think after joining Sahil's program, I think it has been really exponentially growing, and not just my income, but my mindset as well.
Oh, that's amazing. And I'm curious to know, how did you actually, I didn't ask this question before. How did you hear about me or our program?
I remember. I remember one of your. So I was in ClickFunnels group. I am in ClickFunnels group, and I think I don't know if I was actively searching, but maybe you posted something there. Um, I don't remember the month or date, but you posted something, and I'm like, okay, he seems interesting, or he seems some I think some mentor that maybe can guide me. I was not actively looking for someone. Because Facebook, I thought that it's never gonna work. All the courses, all the coaching programs that I've invested are from those people who I follow actively on Instagram. So I don't follow Facebook for coaches or for mentorship or anything like that. But one day I saw, and you were from India and you were making all these like amazing milestones. That's when I found you. That's when I added you as a friend. I followed you, and I also messaged you that what can you help me with. So even I was not clear that what exactly I needed help with. So we had a brief conversation, and that's when I decided that, okay, first I'm gonna build up my skills, and then I'm gonna invest in you as a coach. But then after I learned the skill, but I was still not getting clients, that's when I decided, okay, it's time to go back to that conversation. I stalked you everywhere, your podcast, your YouTube, your Instagram, your Facebook. And I think because of the time difference, you were not replying immediately. So even before having a conversation, we booked a call. Like I just booked a call that, okay, I need to speak to this guy and I really need help. So I think, yeah, that's how I landed.
Gotcha. Two takeaways for people out there. First is like Facebook does work. Second is like content marketing works. You have to post content. You never know who in what part of the world is watching your content and can be a part of your business as well. That's what exactly happened with Afreen. Out of nowhere, maybe my content popped up and she saw that and she booked a call right away. She was an action taker right from the beginning. That's incredible. And we know, yeah, we didn't have a lot of conversation in the DM. She booked a call right away, and within one call made the decision, invested. Crazy action taker, I would say. I was even surprised. Afrin, I'll tell you honestly, I don't know if I shared this thing before or not. You were the first one who from Pakistan who paid in full for the program. I don't know if I shared this thing before
Yeah,
that or
you
not. I
did.
did. I remember when I was jumped off the call and I was discussing with the team, like this sale happened, this closing happened, and they were like, wow, a girl from Pakistan paid in full. I was like, yeah, I'm also shocked. Like a lot of time we know that. And not just about like what I wanted to share is when you are fully invested, when you are all into something, that's how you break the crazy milestones. It's a lot of time people rely on the payment plan. It's good to have that when you are short on money and all that, but if you can afford something, this is a lesson I'm giving you, if you can afford something, if you can make it happen, don't give it a reason, don't give it an excuse. I remember, I think you called her, you called your husband at that time that maybe to make the payment or something like that happened. Some
No.
You
Oh
paid
my God.
from Payoneer then?
Yeah. So,
I got you.
like, even before I answer this question, I want to tell to everyone who's listening, because some of you might be thinking that maybe she comes from a rich family or maybe she has a lot of money to invest. I don't. I come from a very humble beginning. I come from a middle class background. We still have money issues, which is very normal in the family that I live in. That's why I work my that's why I just work really, really hard to just make that kind of money. And when you said that investment, I was like, oh shoot. I had a figure in mind that maybe you charge this much, but when you said the investment, and I'm like, okay, that's not gonna happen. But then I decided, okay, I think it's a valuable investment, and let's just do it. So I remember paying you from Payoneer because I was just figuring it out how to pay you, because I think that was the first Payoneer payment you received, because all my
Yeah.
money was saved in Payoneer. And I still remember that after paying you, I all of my savings were like in that account, and after paying you, I only had like $200 or $300 left. So all like basically I invested everything in the program, and I did not tell my husband because he's in Canada. He's in a job. So obviously he does not understand this entrepreneur journey, and obviously I wanted to prove it to myself that this was a valuable investment, so I can make my investment back and then tell how much was the investment, because for him it would be difficult to digest the kind of
Right. Yeah.
amount that I was spending, and especially on a stranger on the internet. So it's like crazy to even think about it, but I'm so glad that I did.
Exactly. I can relate it with that thing, Afrin, which you said that on the internet. Basically, I remember when I invested in a mastermind program, $40,000. I told my dad that time, and after a month, actually, I told him after I made my 100K, and he was like, "Oh, did you meet that guy? Or did you go to his home to make the payment? Did you meet outside somewhere?" I was like, "This doesn't happen like this on the internet space. It's with the other people who are not in the business, who are not a part of the game, your other family members and all. Sometimes they don't understand this thing. It's you who have to make the decision, and it's you how to make them understand. Sometimes like I took a risky decision a lot of time, and I tell my wife later on, but I make sure that whatever investment I'm doing, whatever thing I'm going to be jumping into, I'm going to be getting all into that and going to be taking huge advantage out of it, and going to be turning something out, not just blaming the giving the reasons or excuses why this thing didn't work, why this program suck and all that stuff. So kudos to you, Afrin, what you did.
Thank
Great.
you so much.
I'm going to talk about what are the basically breakthroughs. Like it's been now 6 or 7 months you're a part of our program. What are some of the key insights or breakthroughs that you have already experienced during the coaching?
I think the biggest breakthrough was the fact that I could make 10K month. That was the first breakthrough that, oh my God, it was not that bad. It was not that difficult. Yes, obviously it is very, very difficult, you guys. But when I hit that goal, I was like, okay, that's possible. It's possible. Like even beforehand when we were on a battle plan call, or when we were on the sales call, I remember telling you that my first goal is to hit 10K month. And even in my mind, I was not believing it, because I was trying since like a couple of months to hit that 10K mark, but I was not able to do it. So, in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna take a year or so to hit 10K month, and I was still okay with that. So the fact that you pushed me towards my 10K month really, really quickly, that was a really breakthrough moment for me. Another moment that I remember, not a moment, but like it's like a continuous journey about the mindset, how my mindset changed, because I think paid in full made me more committed to the program, and the fact that I could charge high ticket. If I would have paid you like in small installments of 500 or $1,000 for like a year or so, it would not have made the same impact. Um, and I can say that because I am part of Elite and I'm doing the installment plan. So I know that making the paid in full investment is better than going for the payment plan. So definitely it's like when you invest in high ticket offers, you are more confident about your own high ticket offer, and basically you can share what you are capable of with your clients, with your students, whoever you are serving.
Awesome. That's a great gold nugget out there that she just dropped. People who are watching live or listening to it, drop down your questions if you have any questions for Afreen or me, even about program, about anything in the business. Maybe you're a freelancer, funnel builder, service provider, any business, or maybe a coach consultant. Drop down your question. So what I was gonna say that Afreen dropped a very great gold nugget out there. When you yourself invest in a high ticket, you can get the confidence to charge high ticket as well. A lot of time people don't understand this thing. A lot of time people are like, let me find a program of $1,000, $2,000, $500. Think about this thing. What's going to happen when you are investing only $500 to $1,000 into something? You will be able to only get the confidence to charge that kind of money. You won't be able to get the confidence charging 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, or even a $10,000 of your offer because you yourself have not invested in. A lot of time people come to me is like, Sahil, can you make me more installment plan? And I'm like, why do I make this? Like, why do, like, if I do it this way, I'll be failing as a coach. I'm saying I'm teaching you how to charge high ticket, and in return, I'm only charging $500,000. That just breaks the rule. That means like I'm not walking the talk. And how would I even get the confidence to teach you how to charge 3,000, 5,000, and more than that? Even a funnel builder or freelancers, you guys can all charge high ticket. There were Kunal was in our program. He charged $7,000 for a funnel building. That was the craziest one we have ever seen. I have not charged that kind of money even. He got the confidence. He did that heavy investments that he have done as well. So that's what you need. Don't look for another $500,000 stuff and all. Look for these things as a part of your building your skill set. But once you are gonna go into scaling, once your dream is or goal is to touch 10K, don't look for cheap things now. Because you sell the way you buy. Simple as it is. I invested $40,000 to break my investment barrier so that I can also charge something premium to it. That's what exactly I did. And Afrin did the same thing. That's really great. And how is I want to know the part of the life actually that has impacted. How do you feel like that, even in front of your husband or your family? How it has impacted your whole life?
I think it has been obviously really, really, really positive because I now feel more confident about my business. And it has happened recently, but I feel like I own this business. And I also dropped you a message that I feel like I'm running this business. I am doing active lead generation. So when I hit my first 10K month and second 10K month, I thought that, okay, I think it's luck. I don't know what I'm doing. I literally didn't know what I was doing. I was doing something, but I didn't know what I was doing. And I thought that, okay, I cannot follow this pattern. But like month after month after month, for like 5 consecutive months, I hit like 10K months. And I'm like, okay, there is something that I'm doing right. I just need to continue with that. And then I also dropped you a message that, okay, I am running this business like properly. So I think with my family, everything has been, I think they have been really, really supportive. So I also give back to them in terms of time, in terms of financial resources, so that we as a family can prosper and flourish. So I think the relationships have become better because I have become a better business owner. So I don't have to really stress about my business. So that has obviously impacted me in other areas of my life, because if you are a workaholic and if you love working, if something goes wrong in your business, other areas of your life is impacted. At least it has for me. But if something goes right in the business, everything around you changes as well. So definitely everything has been so positive. My husband still doesn't know. I hope he's not in this group. My husband still doesn't know that I have invested in Elite. So I'm gonna tell him after maybe a couple of months or so, because he's just gonna faint. That if I tell him the investment, that he's gonna think, Afin, are you crazy? I mean, why are you investing that kind of money? Like, you're making money and then you're investing it back. So but I know what I'm doing, and I know for a fact that if I invest that kind of money, I have the capacity and the potential to make double or triple of that. So yeah.
Absolutely. And let us know once you tell your husband. I know it's a weird story, or it's always a different kind of story. I remember I tell my wife some of the things when heavy investment when it comes to later on, once, because again there's a mindset difference. They're like, it's nothing else than they love us and they want to protect us. That is the only thing that is there. And Afrin, have you this follow-up question coming in my mind? Have you tried to implement any of the stuff, maybe strategies? Maybe we talk a lot about sales and all in your personal life. that you have seen maybe the relationships being
Not
changing or
yet,
something?
but I am starting to do that actively. So it happened one of our in one of our coaching calls where another uh, client of yours, Uzma, she's an amazing person. She shared this idea if you have to get better at sales, you have to start with your home so that you become more natural and more comfortable on calls. Like, so you don't have to 100% rely on script and basically you don't become robotic. So I haven't really tried that as of now, but I am doing that and I'm still thinking how to do that on a regular basis. So I become better and better and better at sales calls. So definitely I'm trying that.
You will be. I'm seeing the you progressing every time you send me a message that this call went like this call went like this, and we are progressing. So it's gonna happen very soon. What's your message for the people looking for their maybe the first coach or maybe hesitating to invest in coaches or coaching program?
I would say definitely do your due diligence. Definitely make sure that you check that person, you check the testimonials and everything, and talk to that person. And when you feel genuinely connected to that person, then invest. But whatever the investment is, just go for it. Don't let the investment become a barrier. If you feel that that person can really help you, then just go for it. I think the best part about being in this coaching program, I won't say strategies because you can find strategies everywhere, but it's the kind of support, it's the kind of mindset. Because even before this interview, I want to share this with everyone. Even before this interview, I messaged Sahil, is there something that I should prepare? He said, no, you just speak from your heart. And the fact that he's so authentic, I think even talking about this is giving me goosebumps, because not many people do that. Many people try to control scenarios that do this, do this, do this, and I send him like craziest of messages that is this possible? Is this possible? And then am I charging too high? So and the kind of and I actually thought that okay, maybe he's gonna say okay, don't charge this much, charge less or charge itna. So and but the kind of responses that he gives, it's like completely out of the world. I think that is what pushes you forward, and you will never go back to the version you were. So I think that is one of the best things that you can look for it in a coach. Don't look for strategies. If you are expecting some crazy magic pills inside this program, I can say that maybe you will be disappointed if you have invested in like a lot of coaching programs before. But what you need is the kind of support, the accountability, the community. The community is amazing. We all gang up against Sahil to just give him as many sales objections as possible so that he can just answer. Like this happened on one of our last calls. But anyway, the everything is so amazing about this coaching program, and you basically need to be in the same room as other people who are making 20K and 25K and then 50K in a month, so that when you see all those people in that same room, you are like 10K is nothing. So Uzma has hit like 25K like 4 or 5 months, and I'm like, okay, I want to be there. I never thought that okay, I'll dream of like 20K or 25K, but after seeing her, I feel like okay, it's possible. So definitely you should be investing in a coach or a coaching program. Speak to Sahil if you have been thinking about him, or if you want to join the program. I'll be more than happy to welcome you, more than happy to support you as well.
Appreciate you that, Afrin, what you said. It's really that community, I would say that. So I say this thing, Afrin said it already. I say this thing a lot that I don't have magic strategies, magic pills, and all something to give you. It's a part of the you are in a community, right? Among right people. When you see other people hitting those milestones, you started feeling like okay, I'm gonna also hit it. If she can do it or he can do it, I also can do it. That's what exactly you need. There is no other thing. Everything is available on internet. You can buy literally the courses. I remember there was a guy who sent me a list of all the courses: Dan Henry course, Myron Golden, Russell Brunson, Pedro Eda, all these courses for $50. I was like, what would I do with all these courses if I have nobody to talk to? If I have nothing to, nobody is gonna check on me. Nobody, I won't be even accountable to anyone. Those courses are good to learn something, to develop a skill, as I always say that. But when you really want to grow the business, you need not just the coach even. You need the community where you are hanging out, the people. When you see these people talking about big numbers, you yourself start feeling that okay, I'm also going to hit that numbers. And a lot of time when I'm absent, when I'm not replying to messages, it's my night time. You don't just get one coach, you get so many other coaches who are helping you out. Uzma is there, Priyanshu is there, Rajveer is there, so many other Afreen, because Like so many people are there who are literally helping you to move forward. That's a, I feel proud in that, that the community that I was able to build. And I can humbly brag about this thing, that best community ever built. Everybody is so caring, everybody is pushing each other. Hey, you can do it too, you can also do it too. It's simple. A lot of, it's nothing secrets again. So if you're looking for secrets, our program is not for you. If you're looking for something real time happening and real time implementation, real time support for you, that's what our program is for. Again, Afreen, appreciate you coming on, sharing your story. I hope it inspired a lot of people out there, maybe in India, Pakistan, maybe in other countries as well. Like being in that part of the world as well, you can hit these numbers, you can inspire other people. Maybe you never know, you'll be on stage like this, you'll be on camera like this, on the screen like this, sharing your story one day. Don't ever quit on that. Don't ever think small on that part of the journey. There are big things waiting for you. You have to take the step ahead. That's all you need. It's needed from your side. All right. If you want to watch some more case studies like this, drop a hashtag case study and I will organize some more interviews. We have a lot of case studies we can literally share every week to inspire you guys. If you have any questions, you can also drop down. Afrin will be also answering it. So thank you so much, Afrin, once again for coming on, sharing your story. It was amazing to have
Yeah,
you.
no problem. I had a fun time. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. We'll be coming up with another interview very soon. Till then, stay tuned. Take care. Bye, everyone.